In the dawn of the ancient world, when the Egyptian sun first bestowed its warmth upon the fertile soil, the story of Bastet began to take shape. She emerged from the celestial union of Ra, the radiant sun god, and Isis, the enchanting goddess of magic and motherhood. This celestial coupling, though seen as unnatural by our modern lens, unfolded amidst the whispers of the Nile, where the river's currents seemed to carry the secrets of the gods. Bastet's birth was not merely an event, it was a spectacle orchestrated by the cosmos. The golden rays of Ra touched the earth with a gentle caress, and from this cosmic embrace, Bastet emerged, a goddess destined to weave her essence into the very fabric of Egyptian mythology. Bastet, a vision of divine grace and strength, bore the appearance of a hybrid between a cat and a woman. Her beauty was a reflection of the sun's brilliance, her features adorned with the sacred symbols of life and the sun. In moments of joy, she cradled the sistrum, an ancient Egyptian musical instrument, its melodic chimes echoing through the celestial realms. Her gaze, a fusion of feline intensity and tender watchfulness, revealed the essence of a guardian. Bastet's presence was a harmonious blend of grace and fierceness, a goddess whose beauty could command awe and whose strength could inspire reverence. The Nile itself seemed to hush its murmurs when she walked, as if acknowledging the divine presence that graced the land. As the golden sun dipped below the horizon, Bastet's silhouette, crowned with the solar disk, stood as an enchanting figure, filled with the magic of Ra himself. Her image was etched in the minds of the Egyptians. She symbolized the delicate dance between the ferocity of a cat and the nurturing embrace of a mother. This was Bastet, the radiant goddess whose very existence was a hymn sung by the sun, a guardian who watched over the people of Egypt. Bastet's divine purpose intertwined with the very threads of everyday life in ancient Egypt. She wasn't merely a distant deity to be revered from afar. Instead, Bastet became an intimate guardian, a celestial presence that dwelled within the hearths and hearts of the people. In the quiet corners of homes, families turned to Bastet as their protector and guide. Her benevolent gaze was sought to shield households from the uncertainties that lurked beyond their doors. As the guardian of homes, she stood as a sentry, ensuring that the sanctuaries of the Egyptians remained havens of peace amidst the tumultuous currents of life. But Bastet wasn't just a guardian. She was also the patroness of home and fertility, a nurturing force that blessed families with the warmth of prosperity. Her divine touch extended beyond the physical walls of houses, reaching into the very essence of life. Bastet became the symbol of the delicate dance between protection and joy, a goddess who bestowed her blessings for those who invoked her name. Bastet's presence wasn't confined to solemn rituals. It resonated in the laughter of children, the abundance of harvests, and the harmony of familial bonds. She became an integral part of the Egyptian mythos. She was a living embodiment of the delicate balance between life's challenges and the joyous celebrations that marked its milestones. Bastet, along with Sekhmet and Hathor, were all referred to as the Eye of Ra at one point or another. Though Bastet was often associated to the gentler aspects of life, she could also be fierce when necessary. The Egyptians, gazing upon the nightly sky, found solace in knowing that Bastet's watchful eyes mirrored the protective gaze of the sun god. She became the embodiment of order, a beacon of light in the vast expanse of cosmic uncertainty. Bastet's role as the Eye of Ra wasn't just a myth. It was a cosmic reassurance that, even in the darkest hours, a guardian goddess stood watch, ensuring the perpetual cycle of life and light. As Ra, the radiant sun god, embarked on a daily journey through the sky and into the perilous underworld, Bastet would often serve as Ra's instrument of vengeance. It was during these hours of darkness that Bastet assumed her cosmic role as the Eye of Ra. She became the vigilant gaze of the sun, a fierce protector watching over creation with an unwavering intensity. Bastet's eyes reflected the brilliance of the sun's rays, piercing through the shadows that sought to engulf the world. In the cosmic struggle against chaos, she stood as a sentinel, a guardian who ensured that the dawn would inevitably break, banishing the encroaching darkness. Lurking in the shadows of the underworld was Apep, the serpent of chaos, his scales reflecting the abyss where light feared to tread. In this cosmic struggle, Bastet emerged as a fierce ally, her claws extended like celestial talons. Though Ra was often accompanied by many other fierce gods, such as Set and Sobek, Bastet was no pushover. She was a sentinel, a guardian with furrowed brow and fierce loyalty, ensuring the sun's safe passage through the treacherous journey. As the solar boat ventured into the underworld, Ra, with his radiant glow, stood against the encroaching darkness personified by Apep. This place was a realm where chaos and order clashed like colossal titans. It was here that Bastet, with the grace of a goddess and the ferocity of a lioness, leaped into the cosmic fray. With each swipe of her celestial claws, Bastet showcased her incredible agility and dexterity. It was said that in one of these many battles, Bastet managed to decapitate the colossal serpent, securing their safety through the underworld and ensure that the sun would rise once again. Amongst goddesses considered the Eye of Ra, Bastet and Sekhmet stood as dual pillars of feline might. Bastet, the guardian with the grace of a cat, shared this celestial stage with Sekhmet, a goddess embodying the raw force of a lioness's potent claws. Their duality mirrored the very essence of existence, a delicate interplay where chaos and order entwined like vines in a cosmic garden. While Sekhmet reveled in the thunderous roar of chaos, Bastet, with a gentler yet equally fierce spirit, embodied the nurturing side of feline prowess. She became the guardian, not just of homes and hearths, but also of the delicate equilibrium that sustained the universe. In ancient Egypt, the seasonal flooding of the Nile was often seen as a blessing, as it was a source of agricultural fertility. However, the floods also brought with it a number of seasonal plagues. It was believed that because of Sekhmet's fierce nature, she was responsible for these plague periods. In these troubling times, the people of Egypt would conduct ritualistic acts of pacification. Through these rituals, it was believed that Sekhmet could be transformed into Bastet. Among the many rituals, the most well-known took place in the home. The individual would wield a wooden club and pace around their home while reciting the following: "Retreat, murders. No breeze will reach me, so that passers-by would pass on. To rage against my face. I am Horus who passes along the wandering demons of Sekhmet. Horus, sprout of Sekhmet. I am the unique one, the son of Bastet. I will not die on account of you." Upon success, Sekhmet would transform into Bastet, the gentle guardian who would offer her protection to the practitioner. The ancient Egyptians looked to the night sky and drew parallels between the dual nature of these feline goddesses and the complexities of their own lives. In the gentle purr of a cat and the roar of a lioness, they found echoes of the cosmic dance that unfolded in the heavens. A dance where Bastet and Sekhmet played pivotal roles. In another chapter of ancient Egypt, Bastet was responsible for punishing a daring prince. The prince's name was Setna, and he embarked on a journey that would entwine his fate with the ethereal and the divine. The tale unfolded in the latter half of the first millennium BCE, a time when the boundaries between the seen and the unseen blurred in the dusty corridors of the past. Setna longed to be an explorer, and fueled by an insatiable curiosity, he stumbled upon the elusive Book of Thoth within the sacred tomb of Na-Neferkaptah. An eerie whisper echoed through the dusty air as the ghostly apparition of Na-Neferkaptah materialized, presenting Setna with a peculiar challenge. The prince could claim the coveted book, but only if he could outsmart the spirit in a game of Senet, an ancient Egyptian board game with roots reaching back to 3100 BCE. The stakes were high, and with each defeat by Na-Neferkaptah, Setna was struck on the head, driving him deeper into the earth. Eventually, Setna was buried up to his neck. The prince, undeterred, called upon his brother to fetch his magical talisman. With the charm in hand, Setna escaped from the ghostly restraints, seized the Book of Thoth, and fled triumphantly from the haunted tomb. Displaying the book proudly, Setna ventured through the Temple of Ptah in Memphis, his path intersecting with the enigmatic Tabubu, a woman of captivating beauty. In an audacious move, Setna dispatched his servant with a brazen proposal. He offered 10 gold pieces to the woman for one night with her. Tabubu, a daughter of a priest, countered with one condition. She would accept the affair, but only in secrecy, at her house in Bubastis. Unable to resist the allure, Setna arranged a clandestine meeting. However, Tabubu, cunning and relentless, revealed her true intentions. She wanted all of Setna's worldly possessions in exchange for her body. The prince, overwhelmed with lust and desire, eagerly agreed to her demands. Tabubu smiled and changed into a robe that left little to the imagination. This sent Setna's passions through the roof, but before he could act, Tabubu asked for one more thing. She also wanted all of Setna's children's inheritance. Unable to think clearly, Setna agreed and signed over all of his possessions. The story took a dark turn as Tabubu instructed Setna to sacrifice his own children. Obedient in his passion-fueled haze, he ordered their demise, casting their lifeless bodies to the merciless dogs in the street. Believing that he was about to be rewarded, Setna removed his robe and reached out to Tabubu. The moment he made contact with her, she unleashed a piercing scream that echoed through the night. In an instant, the prince found himself standing naked and alone, the echoes of his folly reverberating through the hallowed streets. It turns out Tabubu was the human manifestation of Bastet herself. She served her role in this story as a punisher of those who would attempt to offend the gods. Having lost everything in his life, Setna sought repentance. He returned of the Book of Thoth to Neferkapta's tomb. Seeing this, the merciful gods decided that Setna had learned his lesson. Once Setna returned home, he surprisingly found his family alive, safe, and sound. His crimes had been forgiven. Bastet, the beautiful punisher, faded into the shadows, a lingering reminder of the wrath that awaited those who dared to offend the gods. In the alleys of ancient Egypt, where the sand whispered ancient secrets, cats prowled with an enigmatic elegance. Within the realm of Bastet, these feline creatures held a sacred place. They weren't mere animals. They were living, breathing embodiments of the goddess's divine spirit. To the Egyptians, these cats weren't just charming companions. They were talismans of protection. Bastet's blessings, they believed, were woven into the silky fur and watchful eyes of these mysterious creatures. These feline guardians, adorned with jeweled collars, roamed the royal palaces with regal grace, partaking in the luxuries reserved for the elite. Welcoming a cat into one's home was akin to inviting Bastet herself. In the quietude of Egyptian households, the gentle purring of these earthly emissaries echoed the goddess's watchful presence. The Egyptians, with reverence in their hearts, saw in the enigmatic nature of cats a reflection of Bastet's own mystique, an essence that simultaneously captivated and guarded. Within the walls of noble households, cats, more than mere pets, assumed the mantle of protectors. Cobras, with their deadly dance, dared not infiltrate the sacred spaces guarded by vigilant feline sentinels. In the grandeur of Egyptian tombs, where the whispers of the past echoed, wealthy nobles immortalized their cherished cats, weaving their images into their intricate tombs. Cats embraced a journey beyond mortality, transcending into the realm of the eternal. Mummification, a sacred process, encapsulated their divine essence, preserving their regal forms for an eternity entwined with the goddess they represented. The significance of these feline protectors transcended the boundaries of the household. In the bustling granaries that stored the lifeblood of Egypt's crops, cats played a pivotal role. Swift and agile, they were the unsung heroes battling the vermin that threatened to devour the sustenance of an entire kingdom. The passing of a cat heralded a period of mourning, a tangible display of respect. Family members, in a gesture of grief, shaved their eyebrows. It was a ritualized tribute to the departed feline, a family member beyond the ordinary. It was at the sacred cemeteries, nestled near the temples of Bastet, that the true magnitude of this divine companionship was revealed. a staggering discovery echoed through the hallowed halls of Bast, the temple of the cat goddess. Over 300,000 mummified cats were found, each a testament to a bond that transcended time and mortality. However, Bastet was not only worshipped in the city of Bubastis alone. The Egyptians often turned to Bastet as their guardian amidst the uncertainties of life. The rhythmic beats of the sistrum echoed through temples and homes alike, a celestial melody that resonated with the beating hearts of the worshippers. The sistrum, with its metallic jingles, became more than an instrument. It became a vessel of connection, a bridge between the earthly and the divine. As its echoes reverberated, so did the prayers, spoken in moments of peril, whispered in times of joy. In times of danger, when the shadows of chaos loomed, the Egyptians lifted their voices in fervent prayer, seeking Bastet's protective embrace. Her name, uttered with devotion, became a shield against the encroaching darkness. The people, in their vulnerability, found solace in the belief that Bastet, like a lioness guarding her cubs, would stand resolute against the threats that dared to disturb the cosmic order. In moments of celebration, when the Nile overflowed with abundance and the air hummed with the vibrancy of life, gratitude flowed like a river. Hymns, sung with hearts brimming with thanksgiving, echoed through the temples. Offerings, tokens of appreciation, adorned the altars, symbols of the joyous dance of existence, where Bastet's benevolent gaze ensured the ebb and flow of prosperity. Following the death and funeral of loved ones, Bastet was sometimes invoked for protection in the afterlife. Devotees believed that she could guide and guard the souls of the deceased. Images of Bastet were placed in tombs and burial sites as a symbol of protection and a reminder of the goddess's watchful presence in the realm of the dead. Due to her association with fertility and protective qualities, Bastet was often invoked by women during pregnancy and childbirth. Pregnant women and mothers sought her blessings for a safe and successful delivery. She was seen as a nurturing and maternal figure in this aspect of her worship, and in times of pain and injury, Bastet was often invoked for her healing abilities. Some attribute her with the power to cure ailments and bring about physical and spiritual well-being. Devotees would seek her aid in times of illness, and temples dedicated to Bastet sometimes functioned as centers for healing. In the endless expanse of Egyptian mythology, where stories wove intricate tales of gods and mortals, Bastet's narrative stands as a timeless tale of protection and balance. Her story isn't confined to the realm of cosmic abstraction. It is a tangible presence that continues to illuminate the hearts of those who navigate the ever-shifting sands of existence. Even as the gentle warmth of the sun, its rays casting a golden glow upon the desert, the essence of Bastet persisted. She was a guiding light, a guardian, and a source of joy. Her story, like an ancient melody, echoes through the corridors of time, inviting those who would listen to find solace and blessings in the dance of life. Bastet, the eternal guardian, remains a timeless companion in the journey through the ever-shifting sands of existence.